Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the second annual Village of Champlain Concert by the Park. And on behalf of the Village Board of Trustees, we're happy to see this great crowd tonight. The MC will be Kathy Coates, who is one of my colleagues at Northeastern Clinton, and she's going to introduce the performers.
Thank you, and I am so glad to see all of you here, and I am so glad you brought the sunshine, and we're going to keep the sunshine. Thank you very much. I'm fine with that. We have quite a variety of different performers tonight. Those of you who were here last year, you'll recognize a few faces. We have Patricia Kupel up here. She's back from last year, as is Brianna Sterling, who performed last year. In addition to that, I've kind of pulled on for my friends, my students, my former students. You'll have a variety of everything from pop to Broadway to, we have a rock band, as you can see the drums here. So hopefully there's a little bit of something for everyone. So I'd like to start the program with Patricia Kupel. She's going to do a couple numbers for you. Patricia?
Hello, everybody. I'm going to do 3 songs today. My first one is We Are Young by the band. Give me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom, getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My kitchen, taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago, and I know you're trying to forget. But between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the little. Song is Into the West by Annie Lennox. It was in Lord of the Rings. I don't know if anybody knows that. Lay down your sweet and weary head. Night is falling. You have come to journey's end. Sleep now and dream of the ones who came before. They are calling from across a distant shore. Why do you weep? I'm sorry, the paper's literally just went everywhere. Why do you weep? What are these tears upon your face? Soon you will see. All of your fears will pass away. Say goodbye My next and last song is called A Drop in the Ocean by Ron Pope. Kind of new, kind of old. It's halfway. Drop in the ocean, a change in the weather. I was praying that you and me might end up together. It's like pushing for rain as I stand in the desert, but I'm holding you closer than most. You are my heaven. This place just an old friend. Never thought to place by the grace of God. You'll not rest at all. Little winglet as the leaves change. Masters used it all plain. I was a boy, loved a woman like a little girl. Still I can't let you be. Most nights I hardly sleep. Don't take what you don't need. Drop in the ocean, a change in the weather. I was praying that you and me might end up together. It's like wishing for rain as I stand in the desert. But I'm holding you closer than most. You are mine. Heaven doesn't seem far away anymore. Heaven doesn't seem far away. Heaven doesn't seem far away anymore. Heaven doesn't seem far away. Drop in the ocean, a change in the weather. I was praying that you and me might end up together. It's like wishing for rain as I stand in the desert. But I'm holding you closer than most. You are my heaven. You are my
All right, let's hear from Patricia Bluebow. Patricia plans to pursue music in college. She's now a former student, so now she's all excited because she can call me Kathy now. That was the first thing after graduation. She's like, I can call you Kathy now. And believe me, she's calling me Kathy when she gets the chance, whenever she can. So she will be pursuing music. She'll be right here in Plattsburgh State, which I'm thrilled about because I will still call on her to do things like this. So our next group, we have a rock band. Why don't you guys get assembled? And while they're getting assembled, I'll introduce them. We have, they're not coordinated. That would be my son that just fell into the car. That would be Chris Cokes on drums. And on guitar we'll have Spencer Parsons, and on bass we have Gavin Racine. And while they set up, I just want to take a moment to thank the Village of Champlain for hosting us again this year, and especially want to thank Mrs. Janet Fexrich for doing the go-between between myself and the village and making sure we're all set to use the park. And thank you again for all your hard work and what you do for the community, Janet. Thank you so much. So our rock band is going to do a couple songs. They're going to do Cat Scratch Fever, and they're going to do another song called Rock and Roll, and I may have the order wrong, but they'll let you know. I got it right. I finally did something right. Okay, so no more. Here we go.
All right, so our next and it's our final song is going to be rock and roll.
Lonely, 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 lonely. It's been a long time since we were love. I can't count the tears of the last true love. Oh, carry me back, carry me back, carry me back, baby, where I come from. It's been a long time, been a long time, been a long time. Lonely, 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 lonely. Walking the moonlight, make 1,000 just can't work right. Open your arms, open your arms, open your arms, baby, let my love come running in. It's been a long time, been a long time, been a long, lonely, 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 lonely. Lonely, 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 lonely.
Champlain and Morris. We got one from each town, I think, up there. Very nice. So our next, I almost said our next contestant. Our next performer is Brianna Sterling, and we're going to make our way up to the stage here.
America's Got Talent!
I know, right? No, thank you. And Brianna is going to do a couple songs. I'm just going to get myself turned down here because she's the one thing here. Do I introduce or shall I? Oh, of course I can. I love that. Oh, you can. So she's going to start with I Hope You Dance, which is a Leanne Womack hit. And she'll go into Marry Me, not me, the song. And then she'll be singing, and that was Train, and then she'll sing Christina Perry's 1,000 Years.
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your food away, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leaves you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I have one more open. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to say it out again, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some habit hard leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out or reconsider, give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to see it out again, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I have one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to see it out or dance, dance. I hope you 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 dance. Hope you dance. I hope you dance. Heart, blue sky, colors and longing. How does it break? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? Watching you stand alone, all my doubt suddenly throws away somehow. One step closer. 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me, and I've loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. One step closer, one step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me, and I've loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more.
It wasn't easy. Wasn't hard either. Same way I got jam on my shirt this morning.
You'll never be close enough to me. Feel like I've had a long enough with you. Get the world now, we won't let them see. But there's one thing left to do. Now that the weight has lifted, love has surely shifted my way. Marry me today and every day. Marry me if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe. Say you will. Ooh, say you will. Ooh. Together could never be close enough for me to feel like I am close enough to you. You wear white and I wear out the words I love you, and you're beautiful. Now that the wait is over, love has finally showed her my way. Marry me today and every day. Marry me if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe. Say you will. Ooh, say you will. Ooh. Promise me you'll always be happy by my side. I promise to sing to you when all the music dies. And marry me day and every day. Marry me if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe. Say you will.
comes up, let me tell you a little bit about Brianna. Brianna is going to be a senior this year. Nice job, Brianna, despite the wind, right? She is considering something in music. We've been tossing around music therapy, music something. She doesn't quite know what it is yet, but that's okay. She's got plenty of time. Natalie here is an up-and-coming star. She is going to be, you going to be a freshman this year? 8th grade. Oh. She's going to be an 8th grader this year. Wait till you hear this voice. This is something else. Natalie has done a couple of things at school. This is her first time on the big stage. And you're going to introduce your own songs, right? Unlike the high school students, she's going to introduce her own songs. So I will give... Oh, that's right, except for... Oh,
I'm not high school anymore.
That's right, you're not in high school.
I'm a college student almost.
So I'm going to give the microphone to Natalie, and I'll let you go ahead while I fix this.
My first song I'll be singing is Get It Right, and it was originally made famous in the hit TV show Glee.
Keep talking, because I'm not done yet. I know, but I'm not done yet.
Keep going.
Talk about your second one.
Yeah, talk about your second one. There you go. Okay, all right. All right. If nothing else, at least the students are used to waiting for me, right? Oops. Camera doesn't seem to work. There it is. Okay.
What have I done? Wish I could run away from this ship going under. Just trying to hurt everyone else. Now I feel the weight of the world is on my shoulders. What can you do when your good isn't good enough? And all that you touch tumbles down. 'Cause my best intentions keep making a mess of things. Just wanna fix it somehow. But how many times will it take? Oh, how many times will it take for me to get it right? To get it right. Can I start again with my feet shaking? 'Cause I can't go back and undo this. I'll just have to stay and face my mistakes. But if I get stronger and wiser, I'll get through this. What can you do when your good isn't good enough? And all that you touch tumbles down. 'Cause my best intentions keep making a mess of things. Just wanna fix it somehow. But how many times will it take? Oh, how many times will it take for me to get it right? So from my fist, I will point you there and accept the truth that sometimes life isn't fair. You'll send out a wish, you'll send up a prayer, and finally tonight we'll see how much I care. All that you touched tumbles down. 'Cause my best intentions keep making a mess of things. Just wanna fix it somehow. But how How many times will it take? Oh, how many times will it take to get it right? To get it right. This next song is called Defying Gravity. Everyone here knows The Wizard of Oz and the Wicked Witch of the West. And everyone here can say that she's wicked. I'm here to tell you she's really not all that bad. And this song is about the Wicked Witch. But she prefers to go by Elphaba, because that's her real name. This song is about what happened before Dorothy dropped in. And the Wicked Witch, Elphaba, has gone through many trials and tribulations. And this song is about making up her own destiny. But before she does that, she has to defy gravity. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes, and leave. It's time to try to find gravity. I think I'll try to find gravity, and you can't pull me down. I'm through accepting it, 'cause someone says this so. Some things I cannot change, but till I try, I'll never know. To love I've been afraid of, losing love I guess I've lost. Well, if that's love, it comes unless you are your cost. I'm too to find gravity. Can't see goodbye defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. Unlimited, my future is unlimited, and I've just had a vision, almost like a prophecy. I know it sounds truly crazy, and true the vision's hazy, but I swear someday I'll be up in the sky, defying gravity, flying so high, defying gravity. They'll never pull me down. So you can't find me. To the western skies, as someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, well, at least I'm flying free. To those who crowd me, take a message back from me. It's heaven high, defying gravity. I'm flying high, and soon I'll match them in renounce. And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me
tell you, she's up and coming. Watch out for this one. I think. All right, so we have one of the things that I do in my spare time, I don't know, Chazy Music Theater. Some of you may have been able to go to some of their shows over the years in the winter, in March, in Chazy, and I am honored to be part of that production for the past couple of years. And so I've called upon my friends, one of whom is a former student, and we have Irma, who is played by Carlinda Lapierre Mahoney, and we have Merritt Billeter, who played the gangsta Moonface Martin. So they're going to do a couple things from the show. We're going to start with the gangsta. We're going to start with Merritt. And did you want to set the scene and let them know what was going on? All right, just watch the speaker. It's live.
Hello, so this is the portion where the age doubles of the performers. Got the gray hairs and everything else going. That's right, Carly, I'm calling you out. You're the old one, not me. All right, so if you saw anything goes. If not, I'll give you a really quick synopsis. Crystal's going to come help me for this. So I have someone to hit partially through the show, through the song. She's right, I did play Moonface Martin. He was a gangster that was upon the ship, aboard the ship, trying to not be seen, trying not to be found out. Turns out he did. Him and Crystal will be playing part of Billy. Us two characters are in jail. He's depressed. The love of his life is going to marry another. He's all sad. This is his first time in jail. I've obviously been there many times, so I'm going to sing him a very uplifting, powerful ballad to help him out. So that's pretty much what's going to happen here.
There's an old Australian bush song that Melba used to sing, a song that always cheered me when I was blue. Even Melba said this bush song was a hell of a song to sing. So be quiet whilst I render it for you. When your instincts tells you that disaster is approaching you faster and faster, then be like the bluebird and sing tweet tweet tra la 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 la. When you know you're headed for the jailer, don't allow the old face to look paler, but be like the bluebird and sing tweet tweet tra la 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 la. Be like the bluebird who never is blue, for he knows from his upbringing what singing can do. And though other birdies in the bowsy may be told that his efforts are perfectly lousy, he sings on and on till his troubles are through. Tweet tweet tra la 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 la.
And of course, Billy is totally excited about that. All right, so this one, Carly and I are going to be doing. She's going to be playing the part of Reno, who is the famous person on the ship, and her and Moonface go back a long way. So they're going to be singing a song called Friendship right after they came upon with this great, perfect, devious plan of blackmailing someone on the ship. So. You know, Reno, we should have teamed up years ago.
We're two of a kind, all right.
Yeah, hotness.
Thick or thin?
Night or day.
Right or wrong?
If you're ever in a jam, here I am.
If you ever need a pal, I'm your gal.
If you ever Feel so happy you land in jail on your bail. It's friendship, friendship, just the perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot. La la la, dig dig dig. If you're ever down a well, ring my bell.
If you ever catch on fire, send a wire.
If you ever lose your teeth when you're out to dine, borrow mine. It's friendship, friendship, just the perfect friendship. When other friendships have ceased to gel, ours will still be swell. La la la, hip hip hip.
If they ever black your eyes, would be wise.
If they ever cook your goose, turn me loose.
If they ever put a bullet through your brain, I'll explain.
It's friendship, friendship, just the perfect friendship. When other friendships go up in smoke, ours will still be yo. La 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 la, goof goof goof. If you ever lose your mind, I'll be kind.
If you ever lose your shirt, I'll be hurt.
If you're ever in a mill and get sawed in half, I won't laugh. Just the perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forget, ours will still be great.
If they ever crack your spine, drop a line.
If they ever cut your throat, write a note.
If they ever make a cannibal stew
What?
of you,
There's kids here. Friendship, friendship, just the perfect friendship. When other friendships are up the creek, ours will still be slick. La la la, quack quack quack, quack quack quack. We practiced this at Chazy's house. You are embarrassing. Hometown Cable's recording this. Other friendships have been forgot. Ours will still be hot. Quack quack quack.
Now you may have seen Merritt and his other day job, other than the real estate brokerage he works for. He is also part of a really funny comedic troupe called Completely Stranded, and they are completely hilarious. If you ever get a chance to see them, they do two types of shows. They do the regular show, usually at Olive Ridley's or other places, and just be prepared to be insulted because there's nothing sacred. And then they do the family-friendly shows. So that's what, if you're recognizing him, if you've been to those shows, you've seen him. Carly is now going to do what she did in the show. She's going to flip people now, and she's going to be Irma. Do you want to set the stage?
Sure. So Irma, completely different character than you know. Irma, let's just say that she's very popular, especially with men. And this song, it's called Buddy Beware, and she is pretty much being proposed to by every sailor on board the ship. And she's trying to tell them in this song why it's just not a good idea and they should look elsewhere. Buddy beware, buddy better take care. Though at heart I'm a pearl, I'm a difficult girl, so buddy beware. When I go to a show, I prefer the first row. When invited to dine, I can't eat without wine, so buddy beware. During Christmas holidays, I develop taking ways, and I'm not at all anti pretty things Santa brings from Cartier's. Your devotion I prize. feel I should put you right as I lie in bed at night, while the twinkling stars gleam on with my cold cream on. I'm a lonely sight. And another thing too, when I'm married to you, my sweet, if to come home you fail, I'll open all your mail. So buddy, beware.
So if you missed the show this winter, we have another one coming up this coming winter. So keep your ears open for the PR on that. We're gonna do something special right now. I'm gonna ask Patricia and Chris and Brianna to come on up and be in the front here. I'm gonna pass the microphone down. And while they do this, I'm gonna let them do this. I'm gonna explain what's going on now. If any of you knew the late Ronald Roberts, if you knew him, you would know that he was really a special guy. And if you didn't know him, let me tell you a little bit about this guy. I was honored to know Ron through a couple different settings, church, the golf club. I was able to golf with he and his wife a few times, and bought a couple cars at Riley Ford, and just an all-around great guy. And you know, Chris has a few stories about, you know, Mr. Roberts and great things that he did with Chris. And last year he succumbed to his fight with cancer. And at the funeral, I was able to help him with the music for the funeral. And I was told there's going to be a guy singing a song at community meditation, and that's really all I know. And as we got to the service, I saw Gary Sargent there with his guitar, and I didn't know who Gary was at the time. Long story short, Gary sang a song that Ron had written the words to. Ron wrote these lyrics. One of the things that Ron was very passionate about was, where is America at this point, and are we heading in the right direction? He was very concerned about that. And he had written some lyrics, and with the help of Gary was able to put it to music. And it's a beautiful melody. And I had never heard this before, and I heard it for the first time at the funeral, and as I'm listening to the song, I thought, I want to arrange this for them and do something special with this. So I introduced myself to Gary at the time, and I said, you know, can I take your song and arrange it, which is really kind of a scary thing to do because he didn't know me from Adam, and I was honored, and he allowed me to do this. So this was a year in the making, and what I was able to do is transcribe Gary's wonderful music and Ron's wonderful words and arrange it for parts. And Calvin came to the house the other day and got it on tape. It's on Hometown Cable, and I was honored to do it. This is the first time that this has ever been performed live. So you have a premiere here in Champlain along the river, which is really cool. And we have, in the audience, we have Janet Roberts, Ron's widow, right here, if you could wave. And we also have Elaine and Gary Sargent, and Gary is the composer of the music, and he's waving, and there's Elaine right there. So we're very honored to have you, and thank you for coming tonight. And this is their song. Oh, you want another mic? We'll use this one. We must together build America and make her great again. Where is my America? What happened to America? Where is the America that I love? I see pieces of America lying on the ground. God, please help us to see the all around. Let's together build America and make her great again. Let's together build America and make her great again. The solution isn't difficult. We must love each sister and brother. We must together build America by loving one another. We must together build America by loving one another. It doesn't need to crumble. We can stop it all. The dream that is America doesn't have to fall. We must feel once more united and destroy the forces that lurk. We can together build America, put our people back to work. We can together build America, put our people back to work. With God's wonderful gift of love and this simple plan, we'll together build America and make her great again. Let us love each sister and brother. Let's fight for each other. God help us work together to bring America back again. That's a beautiful melody, Gary. Thank you. So we have one more song for you, and again I want to thank you. I'm going to call the whole company up here. Everybody that sang is going to get together on this one. And I just want to thank you again for coming out, and I want to thank Janet for all her hard work in coordinating all of this, and I want to thank Calvin for coming here and taping this and putting us all on the internet and Hometown Cable, and thank you all for bringing the sunshine, because it wasn't me that brought it. I don't bring sunshine, so I've got to blame you guys for that. So we're going to end with Lee Greenwood's very famous God Bless the USA, and we would love for you to sing along with us when we get to that part, because it's a song that's very familiar to a lot of us. And thank you again for coming.
When I heard the name, I don't know what.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
God bless
you.